Interestingly, the day after Ronald Reagan took office in 1981, G.D. Searle submitted a request for approval of aspartame because it had been previously denied so many times. And the way this process works is they submit data that they generated, they funded, so clearly it's going to be in favor of their product. This data that's submitted to the FDA committee is not funded by the FDA. It's not independently financed. It's not objective. So the process is that this data is given to committee members who are typically scientists and researchers in the field. And this committee had 5 members. The committee reviewed this admittedly heavily biased and prejudiced data, but even with that, 3 of the 5 chose to vote not to approve it. So the process of a new president coming into office allows him to select new committee members and heads of committees. So President Reagan chose Dr. Arthur Hayes to head the FDA committee. So soon after Dr. Hayes heard that aspartame was not approved, he chose to appoint another committee member. This new committee member voted in favor of the approval, resulting in a tie. And Dr. Hayes had the authority to break the tie, and of course, he chose to approve aspartame in 1981, which resulted in a massive catalyst for its approval worldwide, because many of the countries in the world looked to the United States as the authority, the leader in identifying safety concerns. So this was a massive historic event, and as you can see, it was clearly heavily manipulated by political influences.
Furthermore, the FDA impaneled its own panel to review the Public Board of Inquiry. 3 of those people were assigned, review the cancer part of the Public Board of Inquiry, the part that said you can't market it. Those 3 scientists, every single one of them said, we agree with the Public Board of Inquiry. These are 3 FDA senior scientists. We agree with the Public Board of Inquiry. They met with the commissioner the night before he announced that he was going to approve NutraSweet and begged him not to approve NutraSweet.
As you'll see documented in the 60 Minutes video below, in 1983, 2 years after the FDA Commissioner, Dr. Arthur Hayes, approved aspartame, he left the FDA under charges of impropriety. But what's really interesting is the day after he left, he was hired by the PR firm for G.D. Searle, the manufacturer of aspartame, at the compensation of $1,000 a day, or about $300,000 in 1983, which in today translates to about $1 million. So serious cause for reflection. Now, if you're only consuming aspartame intermittently or occasionally, it's probably not a big issue. More than likely, it's not going to cause a problem. But the fact of the matter is, it's the most widely used artificial sweetener. It's in over 10,000 products. They even have new names for it now. It's recently been called amino sweet. So it's every bit as dangerous as aspartame, and everything you've seen in this video applies to amino sweet. So if you're having soda, artificial soda, if it's anything that says no sugar, you have to be really careful and cautious and read the label, because it most likely has aspartame. Or chewing gum is another one. So if you're consuming any of these products regularly, I implore you to do your research, to carefully analyze and evaluate. If you want more information, Corey Brackett has the Sweet Misery DVD, which is available, and it goes into more details. But clearly, this is information you're going to need to help you recover from the deception and the manipulation that is pervasive within the drug and the food industry. And these are the types of details that we want you to understand to help you and your family better take control of your health.